Guys, yesterday there were some Premier League games that were really played, and today we are jetting into another set of games where all the big Gulus obviously going to be playing Man City, playing the early kickstarter with Nottingham Forest, then Arsenal will come in through, then Liverpool will also come through and obviously do the needful. Chelsea will also have to play a team known as Aston Villa, meaning that we now see how hard this 27th day is really going to be as teams get into match day 18. I'm really over the moon as the team I support, Manchester United, yesterday went ahead to beat a side known as Newcastle by 1-0. And if at all you want to watch that match preview, it's already up there onto the channel known as United Matters channel. But Arsenal fans, I come here with good news. And what's the good news? Gabriel Magalh3es, Big Gabby, traveled with the squad of Arsenal yesterday, and he's with the squad today, and it will depend on to the manager Mikel Arteta on whether he picks him or not. Isn't that a story that you wanted me to obviously start up your weekend with? Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. You want to hit 30,000 subscribers on this channel and continue to subscribe in there for you. So, guys, let me start it off with what Arteta really said yesterday, because this is what will obviously lift up your excitement. Now, Arteta, when asked about Gabriel Magalhães yesterday in the presser, he was like, we will have to wait and see. Gabriel Magalhães hasn't trained yet. He's still doing his rehab, but hopefully as quickly as possible, because we know the situation that we have in the back line. Now, isn't this what we call playing a mind game? Isn't this what we call playing a mind game? Because when you look at what Mikel Arteta's gone ahead to say, he was like playing a mind game. I tell you. He knew to eat that. Gabriel Magalhães was training with the club of Arsenal and he was really fit, and he never really wanted to send out a message to Brighton to plan for Gabriel Magalhães, as set pieces have gone ahead to obviously be one of their way outs in these particular games of football. But Gabriel Magalhães is one of those that trained with Arsenal, and there is no way he would have gone ahead to be part of the squad of Arsenal if at all he never at any one point trained. Because if the manager is saying that he's still doing his rehab, that is wrong, you know, because facts have now been put out by hand of Arsenal in there for you. And he told us that Gabriel Magalhães has traveled with the Arsenal squad with the decision on his involvement to be made today. Right? Gabriel Magalhães has traveled with Arsenal squad with the decision of his involvement to be made today. Big story, big news for the club of Arsenal, right? The lad that we are talking about in particular has been a sensational this season for the club of Arsenal. And when I was talking about his absentia, I told Arsenal fans that you should jubilate because it's a blessing in disguise. And my question I used to pose to the fans of Arsenal was simple. You know, having Gabriel Magalhães with you until March, and you miss him out for the entire season, all seeing him injured, you know, in November or October, and see him come up to put out a very huge shift, you know, in the last half of the season. What would you prefer? And most of them told me we would prefer him being there for the club of Arsenal. You understand? So I think it's a blessing disguise for the club of Arsenal, I tell you. And these are some of the signs I've gone ahead to see that Arsenal is obviously going to be winning this trophy, because no one will come up and tell you that the club of Arsenal really didn't miss Gabriel Magalhães. They missed him. But the players like Mosquera, Saliba, Julian Timber, Pierre Hincapi, Ricardo Carafiori in the central defense went ahead to obviously do the job, didn't they? They went ahead to obviously do the job very, very, very well. They did the job very, very well. And everyone was really satisfied. As when he left, Arsenal was still on top of the Premier League table. He returned, and Arsenal is still on top of the Premier League table. And it's really going to be a very big boost for Gabriel Magalhães in these games, because today, I don't know whether he will start, but I know to it that when Mikel Arteta sees a player return in such a mode, he can obviously throw him directly into the team. But I think the best for the manager to do is let Hincapi start with Saliba. Then you go ahead and really put out a very huge shift in all what we call the game they're going to be playing on Tuesday, midweek. You understand? And it's really going to be a big one. If you know that after a team known as Brighton, Arsenal is going to be playing against Aston Villa. That is Tuesday. They're going to be playing against Aston Villa. Big game, big encounter coming up for the Gunners in there. So from there, they play at Bournemouth, then Liverpool, then they play third round of the FA Cup with Portsmouth, then semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Obviously, that's how things will pan out. Then Nottingham Forest. So I think Gabriel Magalhães returns at a very particular time, to see to it that they really get back with Saliba and make that deadly partnership, as they've always gone ahead to do in there. So, as you know, the club of Arsenal is really still topping the table, and Big Gabby is back. Big Gabby is back. You understand? You know exactly what it means when Big Gabby is back. Big Gabby is back. Set pieces, he'll obviously be very instrumental in them. He has scored 1 Premier League goal, 2 assists in the Premier League. And then we have 4 matches in the Champions League, 1 goal, 1 assist in there. So that is Big Gabby for you, meaning that you at least have a player who will obviously threaten or really cause what we call aerial prowess threat in the set pieces for the club of Arsenal. So Big Gabby is back and is really doing the big job in here, and you're waiting to see how things will obviously pan out into this particular game of football. So that is Big Gabby for you. I don't know what your thoughts are about him, but he traveled with the club of Arsenal and he's with the squad. Let's get to Pierre Hincapi, another one that they thought wouldn't really feature in this particular aspect. And this is Arsenal Ladder told us that Pierre Hincapi picked up an issue earlier in the week, but has also now been passed fit to face Brighton. So I think the only problem that Arsenal is having, and they need to sort out, as I told you, is the right back position. You understand? That is the position that they have to obviously find a solution for. But the rest of what they're really having is really ready to let him go and really fly as a side of Arsenal. It will fly and really take them places because they do have what we call the best squad. I've been having a discussion with one of the people, football lovers, and I told them that City coming out and obviously having the likes of the Czechs and so on and so forth, going in for Semenyo, good move, but that doesn't mean that Arsenal won't really win the trophy. I really went ahead to obviously remind them of a situation in the season of 2020 to 2023 where Arsenal went in for Caicedo. They wanted to bring in Gabriel Magalh3es. They were willing to spend close to £200 million on 2-3 players when they thought that they could win the trophy. You understand? And right now, Arsenal might not be so much into the winter transfer window because they do have a lot of players and their squad is really bloated. I tell you, it's really bloated. Apart from injuries, They really do have a very big squad. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokani David is my name. I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below about Big Gabby with the Arsenal squad today. Will Arteta name him in the starting 11 for the club of Arsenal? We'll leave it up to him and you, the people, in the comment section. You are hugely welcome to let us know whether you would pick Big Gabby or not.